Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the next episode of The 100 Season 3. The last episode I actually only watched a few hours ago. I watched it, had a good time with it, took a break, ate way too many double chocolate chip cookies. They were so good. But I started to feel a bit sick because I was eating a bit too many of them because I have no willpower. But I was really excited because the last episode was so good and it started to answer a lot of questions but also raise some questions. And I'm just intrigued to know what happens next. It's weird, it's the first episode of this series, probably maybe since about episode 2-ish, I've not walked away from it feeling frustrated at some point, and that's primarily because I like the Pike, Bellamy storyline, Jasper, but I have enjoyed those developments, so I think they're going to be in this one, purely because the last one didn't have them in at all. It focused on situation at the Grounder camp, and Lexa dying, and also the stuff on Polaris, the flashback to 97 years ago where we saw that Becca came down from Polaris, and was essentially what looked like the first commander and shed the black blood. But yeah, Lexington was so sad and so unexpected. Titus, man, I swear to God, like, I was angry with him anyway because he was being a bit irritating. Even though I agreed with some of his points, like a lot of people on the show, I don't always feel like they go about it the more sensible way, but it's a TV show. That's fine. But the second he pulled out that gun, I was like, something bad is about to happen. I did not for one second think that Alexa was going to get shot and then killed. I mean, I don't know, it just really surprised me and was sad. But like the sadness was kind of cut short because of the ritual he had to kind of finish with taking the chip out the back. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see if this episode's called Terms and Conditions, so I don't know whether that's going to be about the new commander, like appointing them. Maybe that's about how that's going to affect the war with Arcadia. Not a war as of yet, but it could be a war, and maybe they're going to negotiate with the Arcadia a little bit. Maybe they're going to carry on with a plan to control them, contain them. Maybe the new commander wants to kill them. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the episode. If you enjoyed the video, let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the episode. Subscribe to my channel for the rest of Series 3 of the 100. And if you are interested in watching the full-length reaction to this series, because there's a lot, because so much happens in this show, there's a lot I have to cut out. But yeah, if you're interested in watching the full-length reaction and helping really support the channel and helping me get things like my new chair, which was bought from with the money by my lovely patrons. Yeah, there's a Patreon link down below in the description box. Let's jump into Series 3, Episode 8, Terms and Conditions. Starting off with two of my favourite characters right now.
Sir, we lost contact with one of our recon teams.
There were 4 men.
3 teams departed Arcadia at 0800 hours for routine patrol. Each of them reported grounder contact less than a mile outside of camp.
Grounders are closing
As per
in.
orders, 2 teams retreated and made it safely back inside the walls.
Okay. I miss Anya. It just came back to me then.
Talk.
We seek the one you call Pike.
Just
Why?
throw a spear at him.
Now he has fallen, blood soaking the earth where he took their lives one by one.
What are your terms, sir?
Come with us, and we walk away.
Walk away. From what?
By order of the commander, you have been surrounded by an army of the 12 clans. In every direction, warriors wait to kill anyone who attempts to cross the blockade.
They won't leave. I have seen this before.
The men who wore those uniforms took a long time to die.
Bellamy, fall back. That's enough.
Pike, you don't know what you're
You do not give up
doing.
your leader. You will all take a long time to die.
I mean, I get.
Bellamy.
Choose the side that's best for your people.
I just want to give up because they'll just kill him, but.
I do that every day.
I can tell the Pike storyline's back in it because I'm starting to get angry again. I missed the last episode already. Bellamy, what the hell? They're so in over the head. They're so outnumbered. They know how brutal grounders are. There's not enough of them to win this.
How many days can we keep our population fed without being able to send out hunting parties?
Food and water stores were already at less than 60%. Now, maybe a week before we go critical,
It's not
we start
long.
rationing immediately.
I think I had to do a situation like the
Immediately
Ark.
it is.
Do we have to
What
kill
about
some people?
breaking the blockade?
After Bellamy's theatrics this morning, they'll expect that. Coordinate with your mom, but keep the circle tight. Then there's the matter of camp-wide surveillance.
You want us to spy on our people?
The walls have ears.
We can't afford any more assumptions about
Oh God.
friend and who isn't. Not your oldest acquaintance, not your husband, wife.
Miller.
We're fighting 2 wars now. And the more
Is that Harper?
is here.
Kane. Oh God, some people are gonna die. I wanna cry.
Take a different route through camp each time we go out. Assume that there are eyes on us at all times.
Or we could just shock Lash Pike's fascist ass and hand him to the grounders.
That would be murder.
Yes, please. Yep. Well, yeah.
And treason. And it's not who we are.
But
Maybe
does it matter?
it's who we need to be.
Yes, Miller. Take. Although if Miller goes on like an assassination attempt, Miller's probably gonna die. Oh, shit.
Not yet.
We need to increase the population in the City of Light. The more minds turn to the task, the more powerful Allie becomes, and the closer we get to finding that second AI.
One problem. When Abby shut us down, Pike confiscated our chip maker.
Then we need to get it back.
How? Who's gonna be crazy enough to...
I don't even just give me a
Jasper.
problem, Jasper. Float you, Sinclair.
I'm excited though, because it'd be nice to just have a storyline that's not.
You need to turn yourself in and end this blockade.
Is that why you're here to run this plan by me?
I'm here because I have a responsibility.
He's a coward though, he won't do
to
it.
speak to you like someone who understands this world
Offended.
in a way that you don't. The only way this doesn't end with us dead is you doing the right thing.
Like you all did the right thing when you turned in that boy Finn?
What was the right thing to do?
You surrendered one of the young lives you swore to protect, and the Grounders did what they always
Also,
do. They betrayed you.
Finn turned himself in,
There's
so.
only one way for this war to end.
You won't be able to say no one told you there was a better way out.
No, when this ends with Arcadia victorious,
Which is not gonna
you
happen.
only have yourself to blame for choosing the wrong side.
Piss off! I hate him!
We were just talking about how I'm a drunken idiot.
Pike put Monty in charge of internal surveillance. My guess is he's got him in on electronic security as well. Which means we don't have to crack Pike's password. Just Monty's. And who knows more about Monty than you?
Well, he used to. They're not really friends right now.
Terrible idea.
Unless he uses like an important date as his password.
I'm in.
And once we have enough Grounders in the killing box,
We detonate. It'll buy us some time, but
time's what we need.
I just can't believe Bellamy.
We move at dawn.
I thought at first he was following him out of like grief for his girlfriend and whatnot. And he probably is a part of
If
that.
they take it out, it doesn't matter how many grounders they kill. 10 times that number will descend on Arcadia,
Yeah.
and no one will survive.
But going to these
Any
extremes,
idea how we're gonna stop them?
it's just too much.
This plan has a high probability of going south.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't miss it.
What's he doing?
Be ready in an hour.
What are they doing? They're being followed though.
You were right. I've got eyes on Kate.
Why are you helping them?
He's got something going.
Is it because of his mum?
Claire's part of it.
got a work order for that?
Sure. I think it's on my desk.
Go.
I don't like this.
There is no work order and there is nothing wrong with the rover.
So the question is, was that the plan?
Perhaps you'd like to talk about that.
Oh, now I get it. They knew we were listening.
Seen it before.
Right, I get it.
I thought you engineers
got it.
like to take credit for your work.
So dumb sometimes.
He'll talk eventually. Let's put him in lockup.
He's a traitor.
Oh, shush.
We would have floated him.
I know this must be hard for you.
Sinclair recruited me into engineering. He was my mentor, and now I just help lock him up.
Being down here, I've learned that if something helps you survive, it's always the right thing.
That's flawed beyond all reason.
Taught all of us. It's what kept us alive. You do what it takes.
How do you feel for Monty?
What'd you do to get in here? Whatever it took. message for you.
Oh, this is the plan.
Get ready. Tonight's a go.
What's happening? I got very excited just then.
Pike's turning us against each other.
He's the Chancellor. Have you forgotten that?
No. No, I haven't.
And do the right thing.
That's the problem. No matter how I look at it, I am.
Really?
And now Pike's locked up Sinclair. You don't think she'll be the next to die?
Of course not.
Think about where this ends. Half
Hello.
behind bars, while the other half starves.
Pike has a plan.
Pike's
Oh.
always got a plan. And it's always the same one.
Shoot.
Take the fight to the grounders. That's what got Monroe killed.
Pike? Again?
You asked.
Hey, I keep telling you, if you don't like the man's policies, just get off the guard.
Now is not the best time for that.
Yeah? Why not?
There's a blockade outside of camp.
This is all the more reason to stand behind your chancellor.
Oh, he's blinded by loyalty.
I gotta go.
This is sad.
Here.
Something just happened then. There's weird ominous music playing before when he gave him the coat. Has he bugged him? If he has, you're dead to me.
In place.
It's in his jacket. He knows.
Good man.
Am I? Is this? Is any of this worth lying to someone I love?
No, but you did it though, didn't you, dickhead?
It is if you're protecting him.
We've been here before. You know, with Finn.
Does she remember Finn?
Killed.
I entered the City of Light to relieve my pain. Why would I remember that? Less talking, more looking, okay, Jasmine?
So I don't think you.
It's a good thing you can't remember the bad stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I want to forget. If I could wake up one morning without thinking about Maya dying.
Oh, he wants to forget.
If I could only remember the good stuff. Like holding her hand for the first time. Or, you know, like when Finn gave you that necklace.
He's trying to get through to her, I think.
Is that how it works? You can think of your first kiss and just be happy?
My first kiss.
That's not important now. Our mission is to...
When was my first kiss?
What?
I
Loved him, right? What's going on?
Raven, you need to go.
I don't remember anything about him at all. We can't let her have this. Run.
You acted against your own people. Don't stand there and try and take the high road with me. It's demeaning.
I did nothing wrong.
Nothing that I can prove yet. Sinclair will give you up. It's only a matter of time.
You'll tell them nothing.
This is the plan, right?
Cover me.
I don't think this is going to end well, but I like it. Yes! Kill him. Lock him up, lock him up, lock him up.
Suppose you know anything about this?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yes! I know he's not dead, but still. Kill him.
Bellamy, come in. Bellamy!
Cargo locked and loaded.
Affirmative. On the move.
The riot's a distraction.
I'm scared. I'm really scared. No, just run him down.
Get the hell out of the way
Should have killed me yourself.
Kane. Kane, you pleb!
Free will and the need for consent are part of my core programming. I cannot override them.
I know that. But maybe I can.
Marcus Kane. For the crimes of treason, kidnapping, and attempted murder, I hereby sentence you to death.
Look, Belly's eyes, you can see that he knows this is wrong. You know this is wrong. Hopefully this is what he needs to act on it.
Your friends died because of him. Am I making him an example? You're damn right. And I hope his execution makes it clear once and for all where people's allegiances need to lie. Do you understand that?
Were you able to identify anyone Kane was working with?
No.
Let's hope today's actions make it clear to the people of Arcadia which side they should be on.
Come on, Bellamy. Let me root for you again. Because you've done a bang-up job being
It's not really that hard choosing what's best for your people, is it?
Ugh. Go away.
No. I do it every day.
Okay, there's some hope. A little bit. But some hope. Okay, guys, that was my reaction to Series 3, Episode 8 of the 100 Terms and Conditions. And we're now halfway through the season, which is good. I'm happy that we're getting through it because I've not been this infuriated at a show for this consistency for a long time. Like, there's elements of the supernatural that annoy me, particularly in the early seasons when Dean was so obedient towards his dad. If you don't watch the supernatural, you won't understand that, but I didn't like that. But it only kind of really cropped up every now and again. Whereas this Pike storyline, even though this last episode, which was great because it wasn't in it, it's obviously every episode that he's in, I'm getting more and more angry, and I'm excited, then I'm unhappy, then I'm mad, then I'm sad, then I'm excited that something's good happening, and then they ruin the plans, and it's toying with my emotions so much. So I've got to give the show credit, I really do, that it's making me react in such a strong way to it, that that's a sign there's good writing, good storytelling, good plot twists. But that doesn't stop me feeling mad. And Pike as a character, I just dislike him because he's so one-dimensional, and his followers just follow him blindly. That's kind of the point, is that they don't really see reason. That's kind of where Bellamy was such an important character in that storyline, at least still is, because he was following Pike without question. But people like Kane were trying to get through to him and raising questions like, but eventually Pike's going to take out his own people. Is that okay with you? And Bellamy's like, no, he won't do that. So that planting those seeds, so that when Pike eventually did that, Bellamy was like, oh shit. Kane was right. Pike's a douche. This is only going to end worse. And like, before the Kane plan happened, and they had the grounds in the prison, the jail cell, and they were talking about they've only got a week left of supplies. Well, the obvious answer to that, how do you extend the supplies? Kill off the people that you don't want to give supplies to. On the Ark, they had to kill off, 300 people to help the oxygen last longer. I have no doubt that Pike wouldn't even think twice about taking out grounders and other people that were in jail cells so that their food and water supplies and whatnot can last even longer. And I expected that to happen at some point, and maybe it still will, we don't know. But luckily, that whole plan with Kane, the end result of that was that Bellamy has started to kind of see the error of his ways a little bit, because they're aware of Harper and Miller being part of Kane's team and haven't told Monty's mum and whoever. Monty, I'm a little unsure where he lies, because I thought he was going to be helping him just because of the mother, but on the down low actually be like not for it. But he wanted to turn Monty in that in, Miller in that in. Plus, what is the show, Colin? Miller, Monty, Murphy, Maya. Like, I need some variety here. What was I going to say? Yeah, his loyalties are a little bit confusing to me because I don't think he knows where he stands. He wants to follow his mum, support his mum, but also he doesn't want to kill his friends. So he's kind of like in the middle ground, but not in a good way. So I'm wondering how that's going to turn out, where he's going to fall on that fence. But I like that the ending kind of showed that Bellamy's sort of realising the error of his ways, is maybe going to start helping Kane and stuff. So the Kane plan, I actually really enjoyed it at first. It seemed like a simple plan, but obviously there was more going on behind the scenes, and his plan was to get Sinclair captured. Great. The riot, also a good plan. What I would have done, because the second they opened the door and stepped into the cage, they're like, right, go! I'd have waited till they were kind of more into the jail cell, so they got less chance of getting back to the alarm and warning the people about what was going on with Kane. And I love that Kane did attack him. Obviously, it didn't end anywhere. I would have just ran Bellamy down. I'm forgetting names a lot today. I'd have ran Bellamy down, I'm not going to lie. Or at least got to the point where Bellamy would have had to jump out of the way. Awful, really awful, but at that stage, they would have happily shot you to stop you. In that kind of dire circumstance, I would have done it, I think. So on like Kane's team now, we've got Kane, who's sentenced to death. I would say I don't think they're going to kill him off. But they killed Finn. They killed Lexa. Alexa, stop. They killed Finn. They killed the Commander. They killed Maya and stuff off last season, but she wasn't as big a character. So they're not afraid to kill off big characters. In my heart of hearts, I don't want them to kill Kane off because I've really rooted for him this season. I don't think they will. I feel like maybe they're going to get to the point where he's about to die and then Bellamy and that stop it, potentially, but we'll see. So Kane's team, there's Kane, Miller's still there, his boyfriend's booked him. Oh, that made me so mad. That made me really mad. I did say I want to delve into the fact that him and his boyfriend are on different teams, and they have started doing that, and it is fascinating to watch. But I don't like the fact that his boyfriend bugged him. So, Kane, Miller, Harper, potentially Monty and Bellamy now are on that team. And obviously the Grounders and stuff who are in the cage as well. So they've got some people. They're slowly increasing in numbers. Not enough yet, I don't think, to turn the tides against... I am so bad with names today. What is going on? I'm having proper brain freeze. Pike. The situation as it stands right now, Pike's still in charge. Everything's back to how it was at the start of the episode. They're still going to go ahead with their plan, probably to execute some more Grounders. And now they've got Kane in prison and they're going to kill him. What? A ball lake. What else happened in this episode? The alley stuff. Yeah, I like that Raven can start to see what's going on, see through the veil almost, and that Jasper unwittingly, it seems like, opened her eyes to the fact that she was forgetting Finn, and not just like getting over the pain which he wanted, because like he wanted to go to the city of Lex. He knew that he would forget the bad stuff, but I think he realised from questioning about Finn that obviously you don't forget the bad stuff, just the bad stuff. You forget everything. So Jaha forgot all about Wells, Raven forgot about Finn, and Jasper would have forgotten about Maya. So it's like, do you want the good stuff and the bad stuff, or do you want to forget altogether that they existed? I would rather have the good and the bad. As painful as it is, it's how you learn, it's how you grow, and you eventually appreciate the good memories, as hard as it is to say when you're grieving. But that was really good to see Raven kind of standing up to that. How she can do that is a good question, because like Ali said, no one's ever done that before. Maybe it's because no one's ever had their eyes open to what's happening, and that's kind of like just like a robot. Sometimes when they realise, when you give them a question, you see it in like computer games or TV shows, whatever, or movies. You ask a robot a question that it can't answer, can't decipher, it malfunctions and blows up. Maybe it's that sort of thing where you actually open someone's eyes to what's going on in their head, and it starts to like malfunction the chip a little bit, and that's where they can start to see, well, how I forgot Finn, how did I forget he existed? Because to understand that she forgot that he existed to that level, that she got upset about it, means she had to start remembering a little bit of who he was. Or else you'd be like, well, I don't know who you're talking about, so I might have forgotten him, but I don't care because I don't remember him. Does that make sense? Like, you won't care that you forgot someone if you have no memory they exist. So I feel like it's memories are starting to slowly come back a little bit. but we'll have to wait and see how that happens, because that's really exciting though, that they've got this chip maker, they've run off with that. Obviously Ali's aware that she started to kind of break through a little bit. Super exciting, and we're halfway through the season now. I've got another 8 episodes to go, and I'm really loving it. I am. It's frustrating. I'm loving it. But I do find the way this season kind of like changes in terms of what storylines it's focusing on. Initially, I didn't like it because we had the Jaha storyline and the Grounder stuff for 2 episodes, and then the Jaha stuff disappeared for 2, and it was a shame for me because it's like, especially because I don't record like all these in 2 days, whatever. I can record them sometimes 1 episode a week, depending on what time I've got. I kind of forget what's going on. I want to know more about it. I want to see more. And to not have that storyline for a few weeks is frustrating. But I like it. These couple episodes have been really good, that they focused so much on the specific separate camps and stuff. Like last episode was the Grounders and Polaris. This episode was Arcadia and that stuff. So maybe next time they're going to be like mixing the 2 again. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But I had a really good time. As frustrating as the episode was, I actually really enjoyed myself. And annoyingly, the status quo of the camp seems to be mostly back to the state that it was, but worse in terms of Kane's now in jail and ready to be killed. But maybe Bellamy is the key to changing all of this, hopefully. And hopefully Miller as well. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of Terms and Conditions Season 3, Episode 8 of the 100. Yeah, a good episode, guys. Really enjoyed myself. I'm excited to see what your thoughts are. As always, my name is Scott. I hope you guys are well. Taking care of yourselves and staying safe. If you enjoyed the video, leave some comments down below. Subscribe for the rest of Series 3. There's a Patreon link down below for the full reactions. And I'll see you all soon for the next episode of the 100. Bye, guys, and take care.